Okay, and welcome to episode number 10 of Tokyo Reds. Paul, Tom and John, and we are Liverpool fans based in the land of the rising sun. And today's episode we're going to look at a lot of pre-season and look at a lot of the players that have obviously played in pre-season, and then some other general news that's happened this week so far. So, pre-season has gone, well not gone, but it's started, and we've played 2 games. Beat Tranmere 1-0, beat Fleetwood Town 5-0. Happy days. How do you think it's gone so far, Tom?
I'm happy with it so far. I think the Tranmere game, obviously I'm happy with the win. I know it's pre-season, it doesn't go like 3 points for a win or anything, but honestly I was happy because it's a Merseyside derby still. It's good for the Tranmere fans, good for the players, and plus for our fans who are just itching to watch a Liverpool match. You just go over to the Wirral, watch them play. Happy with the win. Happy with the performances. Fleetwood Town 5-0. I know it's pre-season, but I love to see that. I love to see that in pre-season because, do you know what I mean, like lads just getting, I know it's not Premier League, but just getting that goal, just breaking the duck, that sort of thing. I love to see that.
Well, winning breeds winning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And clean sheets hopefully breed clean sheets as well.
One would hope.
Do you think how important is it to get those wins under our belt now, John?
Yeah, like we were saying last week. Really, really important. Especially there's winning, but then there's winning by that margin. Yeah. Like the Fleetwood one was massive. Yeah. It was 5-0, and it should be 5-0.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, the amount of money we've spent.
Yeah.
And, we probably should have done a lot better, I think. There's a lot of chances that weren't really put home.
Yeah.
Lucas scored.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Your
team's struggling when Lucas is banging them in. Casually banging them in.
It's not doing Fleetwood Town any favours, Lucas scoring.
One good thing though was it was nice to see like the likes of Firmino, just in the right place, right time.
Yeah.
When he kind of like fell over the ball when it went in. And
yeah, that's true.
My one criticism was kind of Markovic.
Yeah,
I thought he's been bang average.
Yeah.
And
Mr. Sitter is Tranmere.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. And it's Tranmere. He's got all the time in the world just to tap that in, and it was harder to hit the post than it was to put it in.
Yeah, so, he's had a bit of a difficult season, but if there's any player that needs to impress, it is definitely Markovic. Do you know what I mean? So, what do you think about Mane? Has he impressed you this so far, Tom?
Yeah. I really like him. I love seeing him in a Liverpool shirt. He's been good, of course, it's pre-season, but it's good to see now because if he can link up with players around him. Yeah. I'm really impressed. I think we could have him in Sturridge. Obviously, we're going to Benteke later, but I think him and Sturridge could be lethal next season. I really do. I'm really excited about seeing them two as a pairing.
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. John, do you think what impressed me was when he kind of in the Tranmere game, the ball seemed to be lost and he just sprinted to keep it in and gave a lot of energy just in pre-season. Have you been impressed with his kind of movement?
His touch.
Okay, yeah.
His touch is just world class.
Yeah.
I didn't realise he was that good, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you could say, it's Fleetwood or Tranmere, but
you can only play.
Exactly, but I mean, it's still difficult to do.
Sure.
Have a really good touch from difficult balls, and
yeah.
One thing that impressed me was, I think it was Tranmere, where the ball comes down and he sees the player, and before the player's even kicked the ball, he's on a run.
Yeah.
And he knows exactly what he's got to do.
Yeah.
So he looks like quite an intelligent player as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought. Yeah. And he's got bags of pace.
Yeah, all good points. I think, I'm really excited about him. So, the standout player of the Fleetwood game, bloody hell, Marko Grujic. We signed him, didn't know much about him, if anything, to be honest. Obviously, Klopp really liked him, got him. Bloody hell, again, it's Fleetwood Town, but he looked bloody good yesterday, didn't he, Tom?
From what I saw, he looks strong. I love it. He looks passionate, intelligent player as well. So this player, as soon as he gets the ball, if he's got the space, he's looking for all the options. He's not actually he's not selfish to look around. Right, is there someone in space? Is it best for me to have a shot? Is it best for me to have a run? I love to see that because one thing I know he's just been a European champion. Someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, as good as he is, as soon as he gets the ball, he doesn't look up or am up. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, no,
okay, I know he's not Ronaldo, but it's just I really liked his vision. I really liked the way he was looking at his options. I think he's going to be a team player, and that's what you want. That's what Klopp wants. Klopp does not want a team full of individuals. So it's definitely great to see.
John, he's got a shot on him as well.
Yeah, he seems like he's a bit of a leader as well.
Yeah,
because wasn't he the captain of Red Star?
Yeah.
You know, and it's what we were talking about, you know, in previous episodes. That's what, if anything, the Premiership needs is more leaders. You know, now we've got Sacco, and we've got this guy who looks like, he's got credentials of leader, and he's only very, very young as well.
Yeah.
You should have a word with Arsene Wenger. He's looking for.
I'm trying to think who he reminds me of though, because he's got that kind of like gangly, but skillful.
Yeah, it's a tough one really. He's a very, I think, looks like quite a unique talent. Bags of confidence as well. Do you know what I mean? That's what excites me most. You know, when you get these young lads in, and they do have that much confidence. You know, I think it brings up everybody else as well. They can look at him and think, well, look at how he's playing. I've got to up my game as well. Do you know what I mean? Because the likes of Hendo and Chan and Milner, he's saying, look, you guys have got competition this season. Simple as that, you know.
That's what every team needs.
Yeah, massively. Whoa, okay, wow, a little jump cut there. The battery ran out, bugger. Let's carry on. Okay, so Marco Grujic was very, very impressive. Another new signing that was also very impressive was Joel Matip, or Joel Matip, or however you say his name. Do you think? Well, first of all, Tom, how have you felt? Have you been impressed by Matip or what?
Yeah, I have. I mean, obviously, I watched him before he came to Liverpool. I was watching some of his stuff in the Bundesliga. Looks like a really solid defender, and he looks like one of those players. If you look at his career progression, he's getting better and better.
Yeah.
And now he's working with Klopp. He's gone to Liverpool in the Premier League. I think he's going to be fantastic. I really embrace him being there. I think he's going to be first team player, definitely.
Yeah, fair dues. Do you think, like, obviously, he's been playing with Lovren the last couple of games. They look pretty good together. Lovren played a fucking amazing ball in the Champions game. That was the Mane run we were on about. Do you think they might be Klopp's preferred partnership, or what do you think?
I think at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
But as soon as Sacco probably gets more match fitness, and now that his ban's been lifted, I'd still rather have Sacco.
Okay.
And so I think even Klopp would probably have Sacco.
Yeah.
Because when he came in, Sacco was kind of like the regular.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you think? I would say no. I prefer Sacco to Lovren, but I think if Lovren doesn't do anything to warrant leaving the team, do you know what I mean? If he doesn't fuck up like he has done quite a few times in the past, then it's a bit, you can't just take him out. Do you know what I mean? If they have the chance to grow a fucking good partnership, it might be beneficial if they just stay. But I prefer Sacco, definitely. But no, Matip's looking, he's good, he's solid, good in the air, big, fucking hell, So yeah, no, I'm very happy with him. And
it's one thing that's great about these pre-season, is they've got big players.
Yeah. Do you think? Talk about that. Do you think that was actually like a kind of part of the Bayern philosophy? We need more height in the team.
I think we just need more strength in the team.
Yeah.
Especially in the midfield. I mean, Chan's not too bad, but otherwise, we've got like Firmino's alright on the ball, but we've got like Lallana, Coutinho.
Yeah, we are a very short team. Alright, well, obviously we've played a hell of a lot of kids. We're just going to look at kind of the main ones that have really made us look up and think fair dues. First of all, Ben Woodburn. Looks handy striker. You think so?
Yeah, he looks handy striker. Definitely playing in the League Cup. Have him in the squad. Be difficult to see him as regular when you got Mane, Sturridge, and
Origi.
Origi. It'd be difficult. That's the thing, it'd be difficult for him to get into the first team.
Yeah.
But no reason why not. Definitely like League Cup matches starting. Have him in the squad, definitely be a good experience. But it's great for these lads in pre-season to represent Liverpool. Yeah. To go out and say to Klopp, by the way, just keep an eye on me.
Yeah.
No.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Well, what about Ryan Kent? John,
I thought he was good. He had some good technical skills.
Yeah.
He likes to step over.
He does.
Does like a good step over.
But, who doesn't though?
It's true, yeah. I thought he was pretty good actually. He's not going to break into the team. He's not going to set the world on fire just yet. But You know, he could be another kind of, I was going to say Sterling, but he could be another 50 million. No, but
City listening.
No, he was good.
He looks a good tricky player. Another lad who looks a very tricky player, Scouser as well, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I know, what a name, right?
Yeah, awesome name, awesome player. Like I thought he looked bright, looked quick on the ball. You know, good passes and all that. I think a few of them have been very impressive and got hopefully a really solid future at Liverpool. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so in other news, Benteke, Crystal Palace.
The fact that just won't
Again,
go.
I know, yeah, again, but you know, like he was like, you know, Crystal Palace were going to pay. I mean, Liverpool have been very hard. They're like, we want at least 32 million. Do you know what I mean? Which is fair enough. But now he's saying he wants to stay at Liverpool and fight for his place. Is Benteke, John? Is Benteke the new Barini?
No, like, to defend him a bit, he's actually a good player.
Yeah.
He's better than Barini.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't. No.
Yeah. Fair
Fuck off.
Fair enough.
No, he's a talented player, but like Crystal Palace or West Ham, really good place for someone like him, where they're just gonna loft in balls to him, and he can win them in the air. We play out on the floor. He's not bad on the floor, but his strength is the air.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it's what, like 5 strikers he's got to compete to get. Because it sounds like we're only going to play with 1 striker.
We've only got 3 competitions as well. You know what I mean? So
Exactly. Yeah.
do you think he could fight for his place?
Also, if he wants to stay, he might as well. But I think the problem is, because he knows Liverpool are a big club, even though West Ham finished above us last year, it's like West Ham, Palace. I think the problem is because he'd come from Villa to Liverpool, that's a step up. To go back to those top, I think he'd feel like it was a step down.
Yeah.
And he knows the club. You know, he knows the club has got something good there.
Yeah.
Knows we're a massive club, and I think he knows the future's bright at Liverpool. So maybe he's like, oh, gee, I kind of want to hang on to this. You know.
Yeah, I don't blame him. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Sometimes he'll do himself more damage by staying. Do you know what I mean? So.
I'd play Origi in front of him.
Me too.
Origi's got so much more to his
Danny
game.
Ings as well for that matter.
Yeah, mate, definitely.
Did fuck that penalty up a bit though.
Yeah.
That was a terrible penalty.
Yeah, it was. Don't let him take penalties. But I think he will work in that team, no problem. Do you know what I mean? So it is a massive shame because I thought we'd overpaid for him, but I thought we've got a good. Solid, proven Premier League goal scorer, and it just hasn't worked out. But that's football, So the other last news story of the day, fantastic, almost. Klopp has told Balotelli that he should leave Liverpool. It's best for him, and he's kind of said, "You're gonna have to look for another teammate because you're not going to play this season." Yes, cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Can't buy
water, but
there we are, good. Mine's finished, but never mind. Anyway, happy days. Just anyone, like, just you don't even have, like, seriously. Why didn't they just say free? Just have them for free.
Well, just give us the wage bill.
They were talking about terminating his contract.
Yeah, well, they
were going to pay to terminate his contract.
It might be worth it at the moment because he's just.
He's a liability. Let's be honest, lads. He is a liability. When he joined Liverpool, because when he done at Man City, I was like, you know what? Maybe let's give him a chance. He's just caused us problems. He goes out on the pitch. He doesn't try that hard. He causes. I mean, was that penalty incident in the Europa League where Jordan Henderson was captain? Henderson says, "I'm taking the penalty." He's like, "No, I'm taking it."
I think
you can't do things like that. You can't undermine the captain. You can't.
But Henderson should have done more with that.
That's a good point.
He shouldn't, because even Sturridge was doing more than Henderson. Sturridge was like kicking off on Balotelli. He was shouting at him on the pitch.
Yeah.
And Henderson was like, "Oh no, just leave. Oh, it's okay." It's like, mate, you're supposed to be a leader.
That's true.
You're supposed to just be like.
That is true. For me, I actually think, to be honest, and this is serious actually, it's not a joke at all. I actually do think he might have like mental problems. You know what I mean, like a mental illness kind of thing. He just seems to be
like Joey Barton.
Mad. Well, he's just a dickhead. You know what I mean? just
fuck you, Joey, if you're listening.
yeah, you're a dickhead. But Balotelli, he's just like full on. He's got bags. The ability's there definitely, but he just, for some reason or another, I just think he's got a bit wrong with him. But there we are. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Again, we appreciate any comments below. If you've got any comments to make on any of the news stories we've talked about, what did you think of Grujic? What did you think of Matip? The kids, all that kind of stuff. Drop it down at the bottom. Drop a like, subscribe, and all that kind of business. And follow us on Twitter, Facebook. Go crazy. And we'll see you next week. Thank you very much.
Yep.